When I make a whoo noise, you know that's a biggie. Oh, wow. I was not expecting this from Forbes. This is a Scott Mendelson article. Holy crap. I am Mecha. I am a consumer advocate here on YouTube. You don't normally have the green screen behind me. Not today. I was streaming. We're doing another weird stream, but we do clip these anyway. If you guys do like the content, bookmark the channel. YouTube won't send it to you. And we're only focusing on the people who we actually get views from. You know, the people who want to be here. None of this other crap. I don't care anymore about these other people. We are focusing on what Scott Mendelson is saying about the... Look at this. Oh, you don't see it. Box office for Black Widow suffers a record for a record drop. You want to see the percentage? You saw it on the thumbnail. You saw it on the thumbnail. It's a biggie. Holy crap. 80% drop? They don't admit that. They usually will be like, oh no, you're just a bunch of ists. You're just reporting fake stuff with your conspiracy. Even though I said, oh no, they're not going to let this fail. Now they're saying it's got an 80% drop and it's a massive failure. Massive failure. Like seriously, just look at it. Look at it here. Black Widow, second weekend for Disney Plus, not a factor. Okay, so that's not a factor from Cosmic Book News. Let's see what he has to say. Because he probably researched it a little bit too. So, this is from Cosmic Book News. Tanks in second weekend, but Disney Plus is not a factor. As expected, the Black Widow box office for I can't talk. As expected, the Black Widow box office for its second weekend is estimated to drop nearly 70%. 70% from its opener, which would be the most drop ever by a Marvel movie. It's estimated to bring in $25.6 million. And a drop of 68% following its $80 million opening, an opening much lower than the estimated $90 to $100 million that is expected to bring it. Wow. I was thinking it would sit around 160 just because it's Marvel. Just around, like, that's, yeah. The flick also sees a huge drop Friday. From Friday to Friday, 80%. Holy crappers. Wow. I was not expecting that one. The estimates also got things wrong regarding LeBron's Space Jam, A New Legacy. As estimates offered, a flick would get beaten out by Black Widow, but Space Jam looks like it's coming out on top with a $32 million opening, much higher than the estimated $20 million. Even though everybody's like just trashing it. So yeah, long story short, I did a fake tweet video accidentally, and I still like the video, so you got a comment there. I know it's a parody now. I didn't at the time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I screwed up, but it's still a good video, and I still stand by what I said, and it's still kind of relevant, so definitely check out my Space Jam video. And that's how you do that if you don't have a big cancellation that is looming in the back of your head and hearing all the negativity all at once. That's what happens. So Black Widow comes in at number 2 this weekend, not number 1. Holy crap. Wow. What's interesting is that Space Jam also got released on HBO Max at the same time as Black Widow when it was released on Disney Plus. So it is beginning to seem that streaming releases aren't playing that much of a factor. HBO Max never releases their streaming numbers, so that tells you everything right there. What's that you say? What about Black Widow bringing in $60 million on Disney Plus? Well, that's all overblown hype as we dive into the numbers. That $60 million only represents 2 million Disney Plus subscribers. That's less than 2% of all of their subscribers, as the number is worldwide, not domestic. So the 60 million won't count. It wouldn't even count as part of Black Widow's US debut like some sites and fans seem to think it does. Wow, see, I didn't even make that distinction. I just saw the 60 million. I didn't realize that that was only for the world, not just America. I just assumed, oh yeah, that's our domestic. I don't know what I said in my video. It's been a while since I cared about Black Widow because the movie sucked. And at least we have proof now. 80 million. Like, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. The proof is in the percentage drop, isn't it? However, the big benefit is that Disney gets to keep all of the revenue from Disney Plus. So if we do the math, you can see how a small amount of subscribers adds up to a large amount of profit. And it shows that not a lot of subscribers actually watch Black Widow for an extra $30 on top of subscription costs. Or they did the thing where they screen share it on their little streaming things. It's rather funny if you read Deadline's reports from the past couple of weekends. They're spinning it like Black Widow's poor box office performance was on Disney Plus subscriptions. Sorry, that's not the case at all. So why didn't Feige's MCU fanbase show for Black Widow? Fill me in the comments. I think it's because the movie sucked and it was too late for Black Widow. It got bad reviews and it was all marketed as Wham and Power. I think that was part of it. Now, here we go. Where's the Forbes article again? Did we miss it? Here's the Forbes article. 80%. Oh my gosh. 80% drop from Forbes. That drop is on par with the tumble of Batman v Super. You're comparing this to Batman v Superman. Holy Batman v Superman. They're comparing Black Widow. This is why I don't like saying Black Widow, because then I try and say Black Window, or my brain does not want to say this title. It'll likely earn around $24.6 million for the weekend, down 69% from its $80 million launch. Again, that's much worse than the 62% drop on the same weekend for Spider-Man Homecoming. Oh, Spider-Man Homecoming wasn't doing that great either. It will only be ahead of Jonah Hex, Hulk, Hellboy 2, Dark Phoenix, and Steel among all big deal comic book movies. That's bad news, as you can argue that Disney Plus's Premier Access availability ate into the theatrical revenue. Yes, the film had a decent weekend gross and holds, so this could be another scenario, but not unlike F9 and A Quiet Place, where much of the post-debut demand gets filled not on the weekend, but in the first batch of Monday through Thursday weekdays. We may or may not find out how much Disney has earned from the Disney Plus Premier Access thing until at least Sunday, so that may indeed change. We still have around $130 million domestically and an over-under of $265 million worldwide. By tomorrow night, the good news is that, as noted a few times over last weekend, both Spider-Man and the second Ant-Man took harsh for Marvel's second weekend drops, then recovering to leg out over the rest of the summer. While I'm no longer presuming that a 2.85 multiplier after the drop of this is that bad, Suicide Squad may now be the ideal example. The DC film flick opened with $133 million in August of 2016 and dive-bombed 67%. Well, I think that the new Suicide Squad movie is probably going to just overshadow all of this. I've heard a lot of positive feedback about it. I think there's a lot of people looking forward to it. There's a lot of people. That's why I haven't really been covered. They're not doing a lot of this woke marketing. They're not telling us we're all a bunch of Islamophobes. And if it's a movie that I probably really am not that, I don't care that much, I'm not going to be bothering to poke fun at it. You know, I'll tell you the box office totals. I might watch the thing. I don't know yet. In other news, and this goes into the $2.8 million for the fourth weekend of F9. This is all pretty much irrelevant. I am kind of gobsmacked that they're really letting Forbes go with this headline. I mean, maybe this is why Forbes was on that rewriting Ripley naughty list, right? Because Forbes is kind of not being allowed to chill like they normally are. You know, they're not being allowed to spin stuff, or maybe they're tired of spinning stuff. Maybe they don't want to be the site that spins things positively for the studios when they're just going to get attacked by the studios. Who knows? Tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. Holy crap. 80% drop on Black Widow. Like, you know what? I knew the movie wasn't good, but it has its fans and it has its support, and it's still Marvel. I wasn't expecting that. What did you guys think? Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Coming soon to HGTV, the reality show that's faster than a speeding bullet. Will America's sweethearts Lois Lane and Clark Kent meet their deadline and flip their house in time? We'll find out in Flip This Dump, Fortress of Solitude Edition, coming to HGTV.